Hello and welcome to my newest video. Today is Sunday, it's a holiday, and what do we do in holidays? We fix our old garbage. In this video I will be replacing the motor mounts and the transmission mount. This 140 is 98 year, so on your 140 the transmission mount may look different because there are two types. This is the newer type and there is one which is older type. But anyway, without further ado, let's just get to the work. As usual, we need to lift the car up, we need to open the hood, and then we need to locate the bolts for this hardware, and I will show it to you where it is located. So yeah, car goes up. So the car is up on the lift, and now we need to locate the transmission mount, which is here, and we need to locate the engine mounts. The engine mounts are hiding behind this plastic cover. It covers up the engine oil pan, but removing it will give you an access to motor mounts. Yeah, I can even put camera in here. Yeah. Okay, anyway, let's remove these covers. I have showed you how to do it. Just a few 8mm head bolts and it will drop off. So both of these pans, transmission and engine ones, are removed. Now let's get a look at the offending units, which are engine mounts, which are located here, one here, and as I showed you, transmission mount lives here. Yes, to replace them, I would say it's nothing special and difficult. There are two 13mm head bolts holding it in from the bottom, here and here, and on the top, I don't know even how to show it to you. Yeah, there is this beam, and on top of it sits a bolt, which is in the middle of this mount, and it was 19mm. On gasoline engines it is very easy because there is no exhaust in the way, like on this diesel one, and you can simply get access to that bolt from the top. This one is difficult on gasoline and on diesel engines because there are intake manifold, some intercooler tubing and shit like that. So let me figure out how to remove them. These bolts, it's straightforward, but the upper ones, I can feel the head with my finger, but I have got pretty much no space where to work in, because I suspect that bolt, when it comes out, yeah, very good design. When the bolt comes out, it hits that rod, which is like turbo wastegate. Yes, brilliant design, Mercedes. Thank you very much. On this side, yeah, it is home free. So, excuse me for so long talks, but yeah, let's figure out and get to work. So now, after moving car up and down like 50 times, I have successfully understood how to remove these mounts, the left and the right one. So for the right one, there is a catch. As I said previously, if you want to remove that bolt, which holds it from the top, you will run into the boost thingy, this rod. So what I thought I need to do is just remove this bracket for the motor mount and remove it together with this mount. So I unscrewed 4 bolts, 13mm, and these ones, and it will just come out. That's my theory anyways. And for this side, as we can see, I have removed these 13mm nuts, and through that hole where you see the sky, I removed the upper nut, which is where my finger is. You cannot see it. So basically the mounts are now semi-free. Now I supported the engine so it does not fall on my head. And yeah, I will now try to remove the mounts themselves. Yes, this is very brutal. I don't like this. So, update on the progress. As we can see, engine is now supported by this transmission jack. This mount is removed, and this mount is removed too. As you can see, I did the method with removing the bracket for engine mount, and yeah, nothing too difficult, just finagling with bolts which are hardly accessible from top. You need to bend your hand like this. So yeah, nothing difficult, and everything can be done from underneath the car. So the old mount, well, I think I don't need to add any comments here. Yeah, it is just flat out trashed. Rubber is coming out of here, it is smooshed here, and yeah, this is the bracket which I was talking about, the easy method. And yeah, the other mount. The other mount doesn't seem to be in that worse of a shape, but yeah, I will replace them both because I have both new. So now I need to clean everything up. I need to remove this 16mm bolt. This is the one which holds the mounts in this side, and this side is the same. On this side you have this like heat shield too, but yeah, that's nothing to worry about. Yes, this mount is better. Anyway, let's get to the cleaning job. I need to clean this, I need to clean this, and I need to clean this mess up, and I need to understand where the coolant is coming from, because as I suspect and as I can see from the flashlight reflection, I think it is green color, and I think that is coolant. Yeah. Anyway, I will update you on progress. So I cleaned everything up. As you can see, a total mess in this blanket, and I was looking for new mounts to compare them to the old ones, and I'm looking, and then I saw them. They are right there, up on the car, and the car is up on the lift, and the engine is hanging in the air by this thing. So yeah, good to me. Don't do this. So I have successfully obtained my new parts from my car. So yeah, we can compare. This one is slightly lower, and this one is slightly lower too. They have sunken in from all the vibrations which this monstrous engine gives. So yeah, I will be installing Fabi ones. F means Fabi. And there is a slight catch with these things. As you can see, these ones are probably original. Yeah, you can see partly the Mercedes number on both of them. But these ones are like newer production, and they are made by Fabi. But the truth is, that's my theory anyways. They are made in China, and Fabi just prints with laser their brand on it. So on my other car, I replaced the mounts, and then I installed the Fabi ones, and the car was shaking like crazy. So I'm really hoping that these ones don't do this, because yeah, doing this job again will be very painful. And yes, but feeling by weight, this one is heavy, and this one is as heavy as it should be. The reason why you cannot buy these aftermarket ones, because factories are cheaping out and they are installing just pure rubber inside. However, they need to be like rubber and hydraulic filled. So the hydraulic is the part which absorbs the vibrations. As you can see inside, there's like a membrane, and yeah, it is doing its job. On the older ones, everything is good, but then on the newer ones, there can be issues just by cutting costs. So yeah, as you can see, I cleaned up these mounts, and now we can proceed to install them. I will not show you the installation process. It is just coupling these parts together, installing on the car, and this one just needs to be finagled in. So nothing too difficult, just yeah, remember the sequence, how it went out, and install it reversely. So this side went very well. I installed back that bracket for engine mount, the engine mount itself, everything bolted up perfectly. But on this side there are difficulties, because you align this mount up with these small holes on the bottom, everything is good, but there is a catch about the upper part. Yeah, I cannot get it to fit straight. I need maybe to somehow move the engine to the right, because yeah, it's hard to show you, but it is not sitting in the center. You can see that it is like jerked to the left, so I need to figure something out there. But yeah, otherwise almost installed. So it was a bit of pain in the ass, but all of the mounts, not all of the, but both of the mounts are installed. All of the bolts have been tightened fully. This side and this side. I installed this side without any problems. It just fell in and everything was good. But this side was a bit of messing around, because if you try to install it first with that long bolt from the top, it will not align. The bolt will be like not aligning with that bolt hole. You can easily install it with these bolts, but the engine support won't fall in. I don't know why. I ended up checking the engine from the bottom. I lifted it up quite a bit, and then I managed to start the bolt from the top into this mount, and then I lowered it with the mount secured to this like bracket, and then I used sounds funny, but I used flat blade screwdriver to just like pop it in place, and it just fell with force inside this like half loop. And yeah, then I tightened these bolts. A bit of messing around. This wire should go on the other side for the steering box. Yeah, but it is not like stretched, so I think nothing will happen to it. So yeah, cleaned up this mess. I will see where it's coming from, the leak. Now I need to replace the transmission mount. It is very simple. It is 2 bolts here, 2 bolts here, and it just falls out. Of course, you need to support the transmission pan. So as I said previously, now I'm going to replace the transmission mount. All you need to do here is to support the transmission with something so the load is taken off from this support, so it hangs in the air, let's put it that way. And then you need to unbolt these bolts and these 2 bolts. And basically that's it. It is off. These bolts are 16 millimeters and these ones 13. Yeah, let's do it. So all of the bolts, all 4, have been removed. This is the old mount. To be honest, I think it is very good still. Okay, well, maybe not. Here you can see the crack, and here too. But what date is it? 97. Well, good old German quality. It is still original to the car, I think. Yes. Anyway, I have a new one, and let's install a new one. So this is the new one. As we can see, they have changed the design. During the years, it was like ribbed before. Now it is smooth. Lamp holder, but I think this is the Chinese lamp holder. And yeah, be careful how you install it. It needs to be installed in specific way. As you can see, this like centerpiece is within an angle, so we need to install it at an angle. So I think it goes this way. Yeah, why you see marks on it? Because I installed it on another car, and yeah, I drove it 5 kilometers and I removed it. So it is used, but it is still new. So yeah, align all holes and just tighten it. Nothing specific. Easy as that. So this part is now installed fully. All of the bolts have been tightened. The lower ones, the upper ones. And basically that's it. Now I need to reinstall the pans for the transmission and for the engine. And then there will be a moment of truth. We need to test how these motor mounts, not these, but the new ones work. So yeah, and I need to straighten this shield because it is rubbing very hard. Yes, anyway, that's off-camera job. So the belly pans have been installed. Everything is now smooth. Now I need to clean up this mess, which I made, and yeah, then we will get to the car starting procedure. Oh, and one more thing, if you're doing this on a diesel car, 140, you will need to remove this coolant reservoir, because it gives you easier access to that bolt, which is located yeah, right where my finger is. There. Yes. That's a quick tip. I don't understand how people do it on V12. I think it is very complicated. Anyway, let's start the car. So now we are back in the cockpit, and let's start the car to see how much vibrations do we have now with these new Febby mounts. Light goes off and first impressions, very good. This is how steering wheel feels, and yeah, I'm not feeling any like big vibrations. I'm still feeling like a bit of vibration, but that's totally acceptable. Okay, let's be honest, 300,000 kilometers plus whatever, and let's put it in drive. Well, it did not even shake. Drive, reverse. Yeah, it doesn't have that push when you insert it in drive or reverse. It is much smoother now, so I think it works. Yeah. So I cleaned it up a bit from the top too, and now I need to investigate where the coolant is coming from, because the leak is very impressive. I added coolant like, I don't know, 500 kilometers ago. It was full tank, and now it is basically empty. The light is on already. So yeah, engine is now soft, and we can drive safely further on. I'm already cold. So yeah, for this video that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and now you know from my experience that you can install Febby motor mounts. I hope they last well, but we will see. If they fail, I will update you, of course. So yeah, take care.